Hey there, how are you doing this week? I hope you have been taking good care of yourself and finding small moments of joy. Today, we are diving back into one of my favorite books, Unreasonable Hospitality, the remarkable power of giving people more than they expect by Will Guidala. Today, we'll explore idea 5 through 8, lessons that will completely change the way you see connection, teamwork, and leadership. So, let's jump in. 5. Hospitality is culture, not a system. Have you ever seen somewhere, maybe a restaurant or a hotel, where you couldn't quite explain why it felt so good to be there? That feeling usually isn't about rules or procedures, it's about culture. A system tells you what to do. Culture shapes why and how you do it. A company can have manuals, checklists, and policies, but those only create consistency. They can't create warmth. True hospitality comes from the heart, from the inner desire to make others feel seen, valued, and cared for. When hospitality becomes part of the culture, people don't need to be told what to do. They want to do it. Think about brands like Starbucks, Japan's Imperial Hotel, or TSMC in Taiwan. They all thrive because of a shared belief system, not a rigid rule. System can be copied, culture cannot. System control behavior, but culture inspires it. When you build the right culture, people don't just follow, they care. They don't serve because they have to, they serve because they believe in what they are doing. That's why great leaders don't just write policies, they tell stories, set example, and model the spirit of hospitality. They turn kindness into a daily habit, not a task. 6. The best relationships are built on trust and understanding. Whether it's a family, friendship, or work, every great partnership rests on two pillars: trust and understanding. Understanding means really seeing what the other person needs without judging. Trust means believing the other person means well, even when you don't fully agree. When people feel understood, their walls calm down, conversation get easier, and collaboration becomes smoother. In psychology, that's called psychological safety. Research shows that top-performing teams aren't built on strict rules. They are built on safety and trust. When people feel seen and supported, they are more creative, more open, and less defensive. So, here are a few ways we can practice this. With family, listen more, judge less, give space and trust. With coworkers, Build an environment where people can speak up and make mistakes safely. With partners or clients, try to understand their goals and limits. Find win-win ways to grow together. Trust creates confidence. Understanding creates connection. When both exist, relationships last and they thrive. 7. To exceed expectations, you must first set clear ones. Have you ever done your best for someone only to find out they weren't impressed? That's often not because you did badly, but because expectations weren't clear. Psychologists say satisfaction equals experience minus expectation. If expectations are vague, it's almost impossible to impress anyone. But when expectations are clear, you can intentionally go beyond them. For example, if your boss clearly define the goal and deadline, you can add extra value with creativity. If your customer tells you what they really need, you can surprise them with a personal touch. If you know what your friend or partner hope for on a special day, you can make it unforgettable. So, remember these 3 steps. 1. Communicate clearly. Know what people truly expect. 2. Add a little extra. Something thoughtful, something unexpected. 3. Keep adjusting. As you learn more, keep refining the experience. Unclear expectations block surprise. Clear expectations open the door to delight. A. Break the rule to build the team. Now, this one sounds rebellious, right? Break the rule. But hear me out. It doesn't mean chaos. It means innovation. Rules exist for order and safety, but sometimes they also kill creativity. When teams only follow procedure, they stop asking, how can we make this better? Great leaders challenge the system not to destroy it, but to evolve it. They ask, does this process still make sense for what we are trying to do today? That kind of questioning sparks new ideas, strengthens collaboration, and builds trust. Because when the team breaks boundaries together, they grow closer. But here's the key. Breaking the rule doesn't mean ignoring them. It means breaking the right ones within safe limits. Leaders should create those boundaries and make people feel safe to speak up and take small risks. When people feel trusted to try new things, that's when the real magic happens. That's when the team's heart starts beating as one. Before we wrap up today's idea, I want to ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly understood? The world moves so fast. We hear so many voices every day, But how often do we really listen? That question reminds me of Oprah Winfrey, one of the most influential media figures in the world. Her success didn't come from talking the most or from power or fame. It came from something far deeper: the ability to make people feel understood. Oprah once said, "Every person I've ever interviewed has asked me the same question afterward. Did I do okay?" What they really mean is, did you see me? Did you hear me? That's the essence of her gift, helping people feel seen, heard, and valued. Her interviews were never just about questions. They were about creating a safe space for people to open up without judgment, without pressure. And her way of listening had 3 secrets. 1. She doesn't interrupt. She let emotions flow naturally. 2. She used eye contact and body language to say, "I'm here with you." 3. She used silence, not awkward silence, but compassionate silence. She once said, "Real listening is creating space for someone to tell the truth safely." That's what made people trust her. They felt heard. Oprah has faced poverty, discrimination, and even abuse, but she turned her pain into empathy. She said, "I don't judge. I understand because I have been there." That's her superpower. She helps people feel they are not alone. Her mission isn't to be the spotlight, it's to help others shine. She once said, "When you let others shine, you shine even brighter." That's leadership, through empathy, not authority. And she doesn't hide her scars. She shares them and transforms them into strength. As she puts it, "I have learned to turn my pain into power, to let my wounds become someone else's hope." That's why her influence runs so deep. She leads through sincerity. She connects through empathy. And she reminds us that real leadership isn't about status, it's about humanity. When you help someone feel seen, understood, and respected, you create a moment they will never forget. So, as we close today's episode, I'd love to invite you to try 3 small things this week. 1. Offer genuine kindness to everyone you meet. 2. Create small moments of joy and surprise with intention. 3. Keep reflecting and growing to make your world a little warmer every day. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Spiritual Bookshare and share it with someone you would like to offer a little unreasonable hospitality to. May your days be filled with understanding, creativity and warmth. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and take care.